Astrology time, and sometimes the silence gets to be too much. Yes, well, we got ourselves a little bit of a quiet day because we've got a void of course moon. We're going into it, right? It's going to start off at Tuesday with the moon in Aries at 6:33 in the morning. Now, that early morning hours is when you're going to have your calm and your peace, get you some time to go through some ritual movement, perhaps get warmed up, right? Oh, yes, Venus and Jupiter are conjunct today. That's going to be very interesting. It's going to be happening very early, okay? This is pretty significant, guys. You got to make sure that you really take advantage of this. They're conjunct in Cancer. All right. The way is shown, and it's filled, and it's paved with, you fill in the blank, okay? Think about your Cancer placements. Think about where the way is going to be shown for you, and it's going to be filled with what? What would you want it to be filled with? The massive Air Kite is activated, all right? That's because the moon in Aries is at the apex point now, right? That's where it's aloft. That's what points up, right? The tail stabilizes it. The two wings give it air. The top is where it's going, right? It also forms the top of the structure. So that's where that kite is. That's where Jupiter, listen to you. Jupiter and Venus are conjunct, Shane. That's where Saturn and Neptune are, right? Retrograde, of course, but that doesn't matter because what we're doing is we're seeing where this kite is, this creative triangle, that's not going to really be moving until some point next year. After July of next year, we're going to be in this repeating pattern. It's going to be like, oh my goodness, I've been here before. Oh my goodness, I've been here before. Oh my goodness, it's been here before. But it's just about all good, right? It's going to be where your creativity is taking you and where you can go with it, what you can initiate with this kind of energy and what you can sustain and what you can basically affect your life with and how you're going to relate to both technology, geopolitical situations, and creativity right at the top because we got Neptune nestled in there, right? Clear-sighted vision, grounded in reality, in 3D reality. Is it possible to go 5D? Yes, it is. Okay, and you can do that too. You can go the extra dimensional route. Okay, so let's talk about this because not only is that the Air Kite activated, and there's a grand water trine as well. And this is going to feature Black Moon Lilith conjunct with Haumea, Vesta, and Juno. All these asteroids and points that I never talk about, right? Jupiter and Venus and the North Node, okay? So if that doesn't sound enough, right? You've got Black Moon Lilith, those are desires, right? That's just wild feminine energy. That's the divine female, part of divine female, right? Not going to be told what to do. Independent, very, very, very specific type of energy. With Haumea. Now, Haumea is one of the Oort cloud objects. It's a dwarf planet, very oddly shaped, very quick rotation, and basically, Haumea, Hawaiian goddess, a fertility goddess, volcanic in nature. All the dwarf planets and outer planets are named after Chthonian, under the ground gods. Part of the Hawaiian creation myth, she created the Hawaiian Islands out of her, out of the ground, and she created the population of Hawaii out of her body. Okay. That kind of energy, that transformative energy, new ground is what I like to call it because that's what those volcanoes do when they bubble up from the sea. They have new ground. And she's conjunct with Vesta, which is a focus, which is purpose, which is maintaining the temple fires, the Vestal Virgins, the goddess of hearth and home in Rome. And Juno, which is Hera, okay, the wife of Zeus. Hera, relationships, that's what guides it. Hopefully that's giving you some power and some deepness and deepening that feminine mystique in your life, right? Whether it's in yourself, coming together with the divine female, whether you're male or female, because everybody possesses that, right? Just like the divine male We bring those two pieces together, we unite them within us, and that's how we can represent to ourselves in the world, right? Now, with that being said, let's talk about that trine, right? That trine is also with the North Node. North Node, right? That's that eclipse point. That's where the moon and the earth meet. It kind of feels like a destiny, right? Because that's what a lot of people use that North Node to delineate as a karmic destiny. And we found that works pretty good because it gives us directions for a couple of years, right? Because that's where those nodes move, right? Every 18.9 years. We just entered a new phase of that because the cycle moves actually backwards. So instead of beginning in Aries, it's going to begin in Pisces, and it ends in Aries. Kind of makes sense, right? It goes backwards. We had a big culmination point where we're doing what we're doing, but now we're going to be doing it from a different place. We're doing it more spiritually. We're doing it in a much more aware way where we're empathizing with people more and being able to reach out. Okay. Now, this is literally opening up new ground. We need to go and pursue that which is in our best interests and honors the Earth Mothers. That is the sacred female. Oh, look at that. I wrote that down rather than riffing on it, right? And provides the most for us. Provisions, right? What do we do? This is no longer an option. That's what this means, this triangle. It means this isn't an option. This is a requirement, right? We need to get in touch with everything about us that strengthens us and puts us in a position to be able to move forward with all of these things going on, all these changes, all of this stuff that we're shedding and stepping into. This is the transformation. This is a transformational point. There's some couple of things that are coming up that are going to be really, really interesting. We have two, count them, new moons that are going to be in Virgo this year, coming up in the next month. The next new moon will be in, we're talking crazy stuff, right? Yep, the 23rd. The new moon is on the 23rd of this month, and it'll be in Virgo. And then the next new moon will be in Virgo. So that's called a black moon, when you have two occurrences of illumination in a single cycle, whether that be monthly or zodiacally. So that's a zodiacal black moon. That's what that's called. All right, sleep. Who's going to need it, right? Sun's going to be in Aries. Not the sun, the moon, right? We're pure energy at this point. And today's keyword is contact. What are you going to be in contact with? What will you contact with this kind of energy now that you know that it's there? And the colors of red sunrise. We continue that high wave of yesterday, right? Asteroids, yeah, we have to talk about asteroids sometimes. When they jump off a chart like that, absolutely. That's why we want to talk into that. The energy's all around. It's palpable. You can feel it. We're walking on air, literally, with that air triangle. We are walking on air. And that triangle is going to be there for a long time. That position in Libra, Mars is going to leave it soon, not soon enough, right? It's going to be here almost to the end of the week, till the end of the week, practically. Only because it's out there, right? You're going to have all the Sun, Mercury, Venus, all moving into that position, all taking up residence within that kite as it's constituted. And then it's going to do it again next year. Okay? So that kite, what's that? That kite gives us that purpose, right? It anchors us. Right now we're feeling that creative push, that push towards completion, right? Because we've got Libra at the base of the kite with Mars in there, bringing it home, right? Bringing it towards that point of the South Node where we're like, okay, we cross over that South Node to get there. As we cross over that South Node, that's that point of release. That's that point of what do we gotta give up? And we feel that way. We feel that way with Mars having just crossed that point. That's why this is very strong. Plus, we're coming into that eclipse season anyway, as that sun gets closer and closer to this point. And that's going to be a very, very cool thing when it happens, right? We're lining up. We're lining up for some big rewards and big opportunities. Now, align yourself and prepare for this. Just know, okay? If you haven't been on one already, ask to be shown your path, okay? Just ask. Ask. Do it. You can do this, right? Ask. Ask your higher angels. Ask your whatever it is that you look up to, whatever it is that you call down to yourself, whatever kind of energy you try to use to make things better for yourself. Ask. Now, it is never too late to ask. It's never too late to just know that you, but if you do ask, you do know this, okay? You're going to have to get rid of something. You have to jettison more than you may be willing to part with if you choose to do it late. So do it now, before the choice is made for you. The will is strong. A willingness to seek compromise is even stronger. Now, that's strong will is those planets in Scorpio, right? You don't get too much stronger than that. That's a lot of power. And you've got Mars and basically Pluto in a trine, strengthening that relationship, strengthening the ideas behind it. It's an intellectual, this is an intellectual exercise in existential spirituality, because what's happening is that we are just joined, that fire trine is joined by that presence of Saturn and Neptune, and they will be going back into Pisces. So if you don't believe me that it's spiritual, it is spiritual, and that's where we're going with it. And it's spiritual on a very personal level, because I am Aries. Go back into Pisces, re-enter Aries. I am what? I am emerging from the water renewed. I'm emerging from the water as a new life form, as a new art form. That's what's important, all right? Don't forget your second track. Don't forget the side hustle. You got to do it, right? What seems daunting, it's actually attainable through hard work and natural talent. What we desire, what is it that we're going to desire to clear? What we desire is very clear. We need to know what it is we desire, and once you know what it is, it's clear, and that's where we're going to go. This is the calmest of these kites, okay? This is where we're going to be, okay? I will have to work out when they'll culminate. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're going to be going through a whole bunch of this stuff. It's going to get better now. You own that timeline. Don't forget the second track. Let's go. And don't psych yourself out by overthinking your actions. Yep, don't focus on this too much. Let creativity pick that out for you, okay? Keep your mind quiet and your hands busy until it's time to hit the record button, in my case. In your case, whatever it is you do, that you put down, that's what you want to do. Once again, Mercury is direct. Look at this. Blah, 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 blah. All right. In 1908, the Ford Motor Company builds its first Model T, and Henry Ford himself tests it on a hunting trip to Wisconsin and northern Michigan, because that's what you do in Detroit, right? Now, our birth is in 1949. It's Mark Knopfler. He's the guy behind Dire Straits, British singer-songwriter and guitarist. They're known for The Walk of Life, The Sultans and Swing, and Money for Nothing. He's also a film composer. He did the soundtrack for The Princess Bride and Local Hero. He was born in Glasgow, Scotland, and that's all I got for you. Use the energy today. It's high energy. This is a high energy day. It's a high vibe. Sounds deep and dark. It is not. Understand what your power is and begin to let that power resonate through you. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you for tuning in. Today is a 9. Happy astrocatting.